Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil mursalin. Sayyidina wa nabiyyina wa maulana Muhammad wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'in. Rabbi shrah li sadri wa yassir li amri wahlul 'uqdatan min lisani yafqahu qawli. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan wa marhaban bikum. And we speak about the last 10 days of the month of Ramadan and an honorable position where we are at the moment. Don't forget that just in Rajab and Sha'ban we were pleading, Ya Allah, grant us to see Ramadan. Now Allah has granted us to see the last 10 days of Ramadan. So which means we've gone from a daraja to a daraja to a daraja, every time higher and better. So on each level that we find ourselves, there are ways to bring you closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is the last 10 days of the month of Ramadan, and to bring you closer to Allah ta'ala in ibadah, to the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam in following the sunnah, and you come out feeling blessed, feeling noble, because you followed that which our deen has advised. And when we speak about the last 10 days of Ramadan, we're speaking about a period of barakah. You're speaking about a period of nobility that makes you noble and makes you mubarak, because of following that sunnah of the Nabi Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So therefore, when we go into this, it needs preparation. It requires that we move to a point of determination. This is how I go. I go in with truthfulness, complete sincerity to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, for I want khair. I want good that is going to come out of this. And that is at the top of my priority list, is this 10 days of the month of Ramadan that I'm going to make use of, that I'm going to achieve the barakat of. And there's so many that I am going to attain the karamat of this month of, or this long 10 days of Ramadan. So therefore it requires a complete and proper preparation, and a period that we go in, and a period where we ask Allah Ta'ala to grant us tawfiq, to grant us success in the ibadah that we want to do, because it's a short period. It's a short period, and وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. You have to count the many favors that Allah Ta'ala grant you. It is innumerable, you will not. So therefore, a stern warning to myself and your honorable self. Don't let the periods just fly past, because there's no guarantee. Every year we speak about, as Imams, we speak about, do we know that we're going to be here next year, and so on. Even worse, now we have coronavirus. We don't know what is going to happen. So even more so should we concentrate on those 10 days of the month, or the last 10 days of the month of Ramadan. And we ask Allah Ta'ala, because this is not a time to be lazy or to hold back. This is a time where we move into salihul a'mal, righteous deeds. This is a time where we move like the Salihin does. What do? They sit with the Holy Quran, they recite the Holy Quran, they look and they learn and they understand what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants. They are busy with qiyamul layl, tahajjud, busy with dhikrullah subhanahu wa ta'ala, busy with the tasbih, making dhikrullah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All of that, staying away from any vile talk, any swearing, any bad language. Nothing is come close to me, because when I come out here, I am going, in actual fact, let me say that we try and free ourselves from any kind of wrong, any kind of sin, so that when I come out here, I feel like a new person. I can feel that I have made a change. I can feel, I know what is it to be busy with dhikrullah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the happy person is going to come out and is going to make use or have made use of all of these opportunities and so on. And this is the time where we now question ourselves. What did I do for the year? What did I do for the half a year? What did I do for the last month? What did I do for the days of Ramadan that just passed me? This is hasib anfusakum. Take a reckoning of yourself. Take an account of yourself, and then you see how we move forward. So that when we read the Holy Quran, wallahi, the tears run down here because out of happiness in obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because this is how we come closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this last 10 days of Ramadan is the 10 days of khairat. You know that in the last 10 days, may Allah ta'ala reward after lockdown, well, it won't be after Corona, but after lockdown, the masajid is going to be full. Everybody's going to say, no ways, I was deprived of the masjid, I couldn't go, I was asked to stay away from the masjid, whatever. Now I want to, so let's fill the masjid. But when it comes to Ramadan, unfortunately, we are a people that fill the masjid at the beginning of Ramadan, and believe me, it happens around the world. We fill the masajid at the beginning of Ramadan and at the end of Ramadan. But now you can't fill the masjid. Now you can't get into the masjid. So what do you do now? Now you take that humbleness and put it into your ruku'. Take that humbleness and put it into your sujood. So that when you make ruku', when you make sujood, you feel that connection and that humility to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That raises your darajat. That raises your darajat by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Where we struggled, you struggled with nafil salah, must I do it like this? But now's the time, correct it. Do it many times. Now is the time. Did you struggle with farad salah? Must I do this? Must I do that? Must I do that? Go get the fiqh books. So get the book of Sheikh Fakir and all of these people. Go and correct the things now, so that when you come out of this Ramadan, you are ready. And this is the time where there's no time for being negligent. There's no time now for being. This is the time where we take everything and we take, like they say, the bull by the horns. Can you? Of course you can. You are from the ummah of the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam. Kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnas. You are the best people that Allah Ta'ala has created. And that will be till the day of Yawm al-Qiyamah. So you have that determination, and you can do it, and you want to do it. And that is what the deen of Islam is. You follow this of the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, because this 10 days of Ramadan, of the last 10 days, has Laylatul Qadr. I'm not going to speak about Laylatul Qadr now, but it has Laylatul Qadr in it. It has i'tikaf, which is not there, which you can do in that seclusion with yourself at home. Why not have that seclusion with yourself at home? Why not spend that time with yourself with dhikrullah ta'ala and the reading of the Holy Quran, like your Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam had advised, and like the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam had even done in terms of his family, and woken them when it came. The hadith of Sayyidina Ali radiallahu anhu, listen carefully, and we'll end up with this inshallah ta'ala. And the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam كان يوقظ أهله في العشر الأواخر من رمضان وكل صغير وكبير يطيق الصلاة. That the Nabi, and the hadith is narrated by Tabrani, that the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam said, Ali says, and the Nabi sallallahu alayhi wasallam كان يوقظ, used to wake his family in the last 10 days of Ramadan. Doesn't matter whether you're small or whether you're big, anybody that can manage to make salah, the Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam woke them in the last 10 days of salah. So this is your jihad. You want jihad? Here's jihad. Take the last 10 days of Ramadan and make it your jihad, and you come out beaming with nur, with the nur of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah ta'ala make us all min al-muttaqeen wa min al-muhsineen wa min ibadi al-salihin. Wa akhiru da'wana an alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.